going on? How y'all doing today? This video is going to be about Floyd Mayweather fighting Logan Paul, a YouTuber. And if you recall, Paul's brother is the one that knocked out Nate Robinson in that fight on the upper bill on the undercard against Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. Roy Jones Sr. I stand corrected. Anyway, Floyd Mayweather is fighting somebody in an exhibition. Floyd has a tendency to do anything for that bag, and he will, remember the Conor McGregor fight and what was the other fight he had a couple years ago, some exhibition. And these things are so interestingly awkward, yet boxers have done it before. Muhammad Ali used to have certain fights against certain people, exhibitions and stuff, and sometimes it's like a cross sport thing or something. I can't quite make out what it is. Now the obvious question is, does Floyd Mayweather have anything in the tank? And he's kind of like going about ways to not blemish his record, because thus far he's been semi-retired, undefeated. Very impressive, 50-0. And arguably the greatest defensive fighter ever, one of the greatest fighters ever. Regardless of where you come down on him, to have a skill set that protects you for decades upon decades, especially as a fighter, it's a special, rare combination of thing. I ain't always big on Floyd, some of his antics and things, but I will give him his due. He one of the few fighters, and I will say this as a fighter, that he generates income in people's interest of him, because unlike other sports where you have to have, you can kind of do it yourself, boxing you really have to have that it. It's a term that I use, that I coined, and I told a buddy about selling jerseys. Everybody can't sell jerseys, you may, i.e. selling sneakers, but can't sell the jersey, can't sell the name. But Floyd Money, that's why money's part of his name. I mean, he can fight 10 cans and still generate a $20 million bag. He's still a rare phenom in that regard. He's one of those few cats that can still do it. And it's amazing. Imagine if we had gotten the Manny Pacquiao trilogy between those two, peak and prime, how much money he could have really generated. Because he generates quite an interest. Whether people love him or loathe him, he's a very polarizing fighter, personality. Floyd Mayweather, But anyway, I don't know what to expect from this, but, leave it to Floyd. He know how to collect a bag at anywhere. He one of the few guys in boxing who's been able to do it for decades. There's only a handful of guys, like I could say, like obviously Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard. I say Oscar De La Hoya. I say Roy Jones Sr. to an extent. There's not a lot of guys that I would say they're money. When they go in the ring, people are paying, really paying, and they're paying. Not a lot of guys have that kind of intrigue, that aura. He's one of the few. Because there have been a lot of great champions. But when we talking about money attached to their name, like, okay, I will pay whatever, he's really in a short list. So the fact that he can pull somebody out of YouTube, maybe somebody out of TikTok, you never know with Floyd. But he gonna get a bag, though. That's what he do. So that's my thoughts and takes about Floyd Mayweather's latest fight against Logan Paul Exhibition. I don't know what to expect, but I know Floyd will do anything for that dollar. And he seems to always find a way to get it. Anyway, give me your thoughts and takes. What do you think about it? Do you think it's cheapening? Do you think it should be a real fight? Do you think he should put more stakes? What's your thoughts and takes? Hit that like, hit that subscribe, please. Welcome comments, thoughts, and feedbacks. As always, appreciate the support. And wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another. And with Floyd Mayweather, he always gives you the unexpected, one way or the other.